guys, happy Wednesday. I am Jen Lormond, exercise physiologist, mom of 3, and co-owner of Tighten Tinkler.
I'm Christina Walsh, physical therapist, mom of 2, and co-owner of Tighten Tinkler.
And we are excited because today is our first in a series of 4 different shows that we're going to be doing, talking about core exercise corrections.
This is stuff we do day in and day out, and we know most of the women who come to us have done all these exercises before, but we come at it with a different eye. We're going to do some corrections that all the women who come to us need. This is by no means an exhaustive list, but these are the top 3 things we see women doing wrong, and it's going to bring the action back to your core, the glutes, which is why you're doing this stuff in the first place. This is awesome, quick, easy fixes, and we're going to do a bonus correction for you at the end.
So watch till the end, because we're also going to be giving you a bonus tip on a mom community that we'll talk about later. So Christina's going to hop down on the floor, and I'm going to coach her through this, doing it correctly and incorrectly. So we're going to start with your feet. So many of the women that come in that we work with, as we begin bridging, they want their feet to be way far out. And when you do that and you lift up, you might notice that you feel that in your low back, or you might notice that you feel discomfort in your knees, okay? A better way to check yourself is your feet should be right underneath your knees, okay?
It is crazy what a difference this makes for how I feel it in my low back. It takes the pressure off to get these feet underneath, and it also makes sure you're not, like Jen said, feeling it in your knees or overactive in your quads.
I was going to say, if you're dealing with flat mom butt syndrome, right? All of a sudden you had a baby and like your booty went to a pancake and you're trying to figure out why you can't get your glutes to turn on. You might notice that when you go to do these bridges that you're feeling it in your quads, and that's because your body's still trying to make the movement happen, but you're not able to get those glutes on board. So the next thing that we want to talk about is getting your abs on board, okay? So for many of you, as you go, you've got your foot position correct, but as you go to lift up into that bridge, you're feeling it more in your back. And that could be because you're not getting your deep abdominals on board to start. So a quick tip would be to exhale forcefully in this position, which allows those deep abs, and Christina's putting them on her belly because you can actually feel them firm up underneath your fingertips, right over your hips, right over your hip bones. So forcefully exhale and then lift. And when you get those abs on board, it's going to stabilize that low back and allow you to feel it in your glutes.
That is an awesome quick cheat. And I really felt this a lot when I was trying to rehab from the birth of my second one. And I was early on after delivery trying to get all this stuff to kick back in again. And it was the first time I really felt what it feels like to do bridges without my abs on, because they've been stretched to oblivion. And I went to go bridge and I thought, oh my gosh, my back. And so it's amazing what a difference this one little tweak will make to get the glutes doing the work again.
Well, and for you ladies who are like, yeah, wait, I was the one that my quads are turning on and my butt's flat, and like, what do I do about that? You buy our program. Because basically the tool that you use is going to help activate those glutes. It's going to help turn on those foundational muscles that are key in doing these exercises. When you've got dormant butt syndrome, you've got some nerve stuff happening there. That nerve that kind of turns on those muscles has decided to kick off.
Yep.
And so you need some additional stimulation to be able to help. And we're not talking about anything internal. We're just talking about doing a couple of extra activation exercises to help those glutes turn on and fire.
And that third common fix that we see a lot of women need is how high you're lifting your hips.
Yeah.
If you are raising up to here, and oh my gosh, that does not feel good.
And all of my yoga mamas do this.
Well, right, maybe there's a time and a place for that sort of range of motion, but this is not it. If you're in regular exercise classes, bridging, trying to get your hips to the ceiling,
because this now becomes the fulcrum. Oh, okay. The mid back and the neck. So it's too much pressure there. So simply by keeping ribs over hips and lifting, you're gonna, number one, feel so much better in here, but number two, that is effective enough to get those glutes on board. And again, some of you might be doing that because you're thinking if you lift higher, then you'll feel it in your booty. You'll finally be able to get your booty on board. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't.
Yeah, definitely not the answer.
So the last bonus tip that we're gonna give you, because we're doing head to toe corrections here, is your neck. So many of the ladies that we work with, some of them have forward head posture, or maybe a hump here, or maybe like a little bit of rounding forward, but their head is out in front of the rest of their body. Whether you think you have it or not, the telltale sign of that is when you lay down on your back, your chin is kind of like that. You can't lay flat. So an easy tip and fix for that is to take a paperback book, slide it underneath the base of your head, and that's going to get your C-spine and your mid-back in alignment, which is going to make a huge difference on being able to connect to your glutes.
And if you're not sure if this is you, grab the 1-inch paperback book and slide it under and see how it feels. That's going to tell you right away if you need this or
Yeah,
not.
if it feels better, because what it should feel like is like it's freeing up your mid-back. It's freeing up your neck. It's feeling more comfortable just laying in the position.
Yes, it'll take any tension or pulling off of chest, traps, and mid-back. So if you're not sure, grab the book and try it. And then add in all the other corrections. And as we said in our post, tell us your glute glory story and enjoy seeing things perk up again.
Yeah, please, if you've got questions, if you've been bridging and you feel like something is off and none of this resonated with you, reach out. You could DM us, drop us a comment below. We would love to help you get your booty back on board, get your booty nice and high and tight.
It is possible. I had totally had mom butt, and now things are back to normal again.
Perking up again. The last tip that we wanted to give you guys today is, you know, especially since quarantine, the momming game has gotten harder. And we have a great friend who has created an amazing community support for moms, particularly moms that are dealing with postpartum depression
Or anxiety.
Yes. The name of the group is The Ugly Honest, and we're going to drop the link to that Facebook community. It's a free community. It's over 1,000 moms in there sharing stories about all kinds of things, and it's just a great place to connect and a safe space. Yeah.
Real and safe. It is an amazing group of women, so please check that out for some incredible support.
Bring us all the hard questions, ladies, and stay tuned because next week we're going to be back talking about planks.